So I finally got a chance to sit down and watch Elio, the newest animated film from Pixar Animation Studios. So the film has come out earlier this year. I never had a chance to sit down and watch it because I never had time. So it's on Disney Plus. I thought, okay, let's watch this film and give my review of it just to get out of the way so I know what to talk about this film. So let's talk about this. The film follows an 11-year-old boy named Elio who's basically alone after dealing with the loss of his parents and he's living with his aunt. It's not until he's abducted by some group of aliens that sent him to the Communiverse, and it's not until he befriends one of the aliens and who is basically becoming a new guardian warlord just like his father. There's not much to the story. It's a very straightforward plot, and for the majority of the film, for what I've watched and for what I've seen, I would say this is the most enjoyable, very entertaining. It's a film that I can enjoy. It's not Pixar's best animated film I've seen this year, but as far as an animated film, it's harmless, it's fun, it's entertaining, there's a lot of heart to it, and I appreciate what Pixar's trying to go for, and I honestly admired it. Let's get right to the positives. There are some problems with it, but I will say the animation here looks beautiful. If you know what to expect from Pixar, even if you love every single one of them or you hate most of the ones you liked or hated, whatever, you gotta give some credits to from Pixar Animation Studios is the animation. The animation is gorgeous to look at. It's stunning, it's visually appealing, the color palettes, especially in space with all these aliens characters and all these variations of them, looks stunning. And I'm blown away how Pixar, their animation top tier level of their style, it looks beautiful. And the storytelling here is pretty cohesive. It definitely flowed better for our understanding some of the plot, which we'll get to the moment to the stuff in the middle act, which I will get to in the front act as well. But I will say the characters themselves, like Elio. Elio is a very interesting character. I really liked him. I think he's really well unique, and the voice acting here from him is really good. Elio's a character that you can relate to. He's trying to figure out who he is as a person. He's trying to get through, just trying to deal with his, orphan with his aunt after the loss of his parents, died from a car crash, I believe. You can tell that Elio's alone. He just felt isolated. He doesn't open up about, with the world. He was abducted by aliens, so he's trying to find out there's more about space. So it's basically him. He's an underdog story, trying to figure out who he is as a person. It's kind of like we can all relate to in a certain way. You feel alone, you just feel isolated, you're just trying to figure out who you are as a person. It's not till to the last point of the film. I think it's, for what I learned, it's a really good message there. So yes, it is basically, it's kind of like there's a story there about a character you can relate to. It's a definitely good message. It's a good message about loneliness, find your place in the world, but also isolation, which I do quite appreciate. And when it comes to the emotional parts, it was kind of touching. I will give it, it's sweet and heartwarming. It didn't hit me emotionally, but I did feel like, okay, that was decent enough to care about it. And the rest of the characters are fun to watch, especially when Elio befriends with this alien named Gordon, who is basically this little alien who wants to become the warlord, even though he doesn't want to, by his own father, who's basically the antagonist of the film, but he's not really the villain, but you get the idea. It's a very simple story. It's seen before, done before. It's very predictable, but I was invested in what's going on. It wasn't like, oh, it's so predictable. I know what's going on. I know where it's happening. Okay, let's just jump right to the negatives. I will say, despite the story being very predictable, while I do enjoy a lot of aspects of the film, I did feel like the second and third act did feel like the editing, like trying to mush together. It felt like it was, it's pacing along, which it didn't bore me, but there were a couple of times it did feel like there was some parts that dragged, and there were a couple of times it just felt less of an impact, to be honest, because it just felt like it would just get to point A to point C without swarming the B part, which I kind of liked, but there were just so many times I just felt like it was just drags a little bit and just rushed to get to the next point about slowing down or just get inside the characters' heads. And I do think the ending was decent enough, but it did feel like it was rushed a little bit. Just a little bit. It just felt like it was rushed to get to that point. But the majority of the film, it's fairly decent. It was a decent enough movie. I think it could have been a little bit better. Maybe they could have let less loose a little bit. Maybe a little bit less lucid, or maybe less tighter. Just keep it loose, but not too loose, but not too tight. But again, that's just me personally. That being said, I think Elio, for what it was trying to do, what it's trying to convey, it's a very enjoyable Pixar film. It's fun, it's funny at times, the humour is actually quite good. I did laugh a couple of times. Not all humour hits great. It may not be Pixar's top tier animation or top tier best films that they made in their category, but despite all that, I think it's an enjoyable film. Kids will enjoy. They'll have fun with the colours, the animation, the aliens. I think adults like myself will enjoy some aspects of the film, and of course, the messages that we can learn, of course, kids will learn when they grow up watch this film. And yes, it's a shame this film didn't do well at the box office. I was hoping it would, but despite that, it's a fairly enjoyable, entertaining flick. It's enjoyable. It's entertaining. Not perfect, but it's far from terrible. It's definitely a solid Pixar time. I'm going to give Elio a solid B. Guys, comment down below. Tell me, have you seen Elio? Do you love it? Do you like it? Do you think it's alright? Or do you absolutely hate it? Whatever the case is, comment down below and tell me what you think. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Until next time, see ya.